Welcome back to another Crafty Workshop Builds video. Today, I'm going to be replacing the rear shocks on a 4Motion B5.5 Passat, so stay tuned. This is what the rear suspension setup looks like on the 4Motion. Notice that the shock and the spring is one assembly. Meanwhile, on the front wheel drive Passat, the rear shocks is separate from the spring. You will need to keep this in mind when buying replacement shocks, because the rear shocks on the 4Motion are completely different than the rear shocks on the front wheel drive, which means they are not interchangeable. I'm going to start by removing all the necessary nuts and bolts. Notice when I push down on this part, it creates tension on the brake line. In order to prevent this brake line from getting damaged while removing the suspension, I'm going to remove the brake caliper, which is held on by 2 bolts. Now that the suspension is out, I'm going to compress the springs so that I can safely separate the shocks. You know that the spring is compressed properly when you are able to turn the shocks like this. Now I'm going to remove the top nut, then remove the shocks. I'm going to remove and reuse these parts on the new shocks. When you reassemble this, make sure the bottom part of the shocks is aligned to the top like this. As you can see, the top nut is tightened, and now I can remove the spring compressor. Notice I am installing this by going from below the upper control arm, but when I removed it, I went above the upper control arm. You can choose whichever way works best for you. Now I'm going to reinstall all the nuts and bolts. Let me know what you think about this replacement in the comment section below. And if you like this video, remember to hit that like button. And thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.